So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to kick off.
today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Tries to pass it through. Takes a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Achiampong with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice looking ball. Not the most accurate pass. Keeper's got good distance on that. Van Balten kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And here's Neymar. Xavi Alonso. It's a searching pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Achiampong. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Xavi Alonso. Now it's Mbappe. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's been cut out, well played. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Has a look and plays it forward. Liverpool still without a single shot on target. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Roberto Carlos. Liverpool do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
That's a cute ball. Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 2 then. That is great defending, so alert. Here's a man in form. And the pass is intercepted. Platini. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Saliba gets across to intercept that.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. Mbappe just eases him off the ball. Saliba. Achiampong. That is ended up in no man's land.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Ball looks a good one. And the shot! And it's a goal! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And he shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Roberto Carlos.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's Van Basten. Looking for the run. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bale. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Saliba calmly anticipates. Platini. Pedri. Good ball, good take. Flings it across. And it's hoisted clear. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Xavi Alonso. There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How was the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Liverpool have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Now the ball in. Well read, and the danger is averted. Van Basten. No way through there. Achiampong. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe! That's the keeper's ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rodri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Mbappe! Venezia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're...
Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post! Pedri.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Liverpool are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Clipped into space.
Venezia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pedri. Van Basten. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries to play it through. Plays it across. And it's a corner. Venezia have their second corner now. That has been knocked clear. And it's Rodri. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Out towards the flank. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Bale. Ambitious ball here. Now this could be a chance. Bayer claims it without any fuss. Van Bouten. And it's Achiampong. Here's Roberto Carlos. Van Bouten. Rijkaard. Neymar. And it's Xabi Alonso. And that interception was most necessary. Liverpool finding their passes.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Ball driven towards the far post. Achiampong attempts a clearance. And it's Pedri. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Tries a deft little ball. Danger averted for now. Liverpool still ahead by the game's only goal. And it's made its way to him. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's played through for him. Now can he find... Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. 5 minutes left on the clock. Liverpool clearly now in lead preservation mode.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
And he's forced to go back. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me with the way he's gone about his game. He's physical.
Terrific header! And the ball's come loose here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Gets a good foot in there. Xavi Alonso. Now he's got space here. Dink through. Now it's Bale. Oh, Red, nice interception. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Saliba. And back to the goalkeeper. Liverpool still without a single shot on target. Xavi Alonso. Neymar. That's Rijkaard. And it's Achiampong. No, not quite on the same wavelength. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's found a way through. De Bruyne. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Van Bouten. Here's a man in form. And back to the keeper. And it's Achiampong. Saliba. Roberto Carlos. Xavi Alonso. Rijkaard. And it's Achiampong. Bale providing an outlet on that flank. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he welcomes it, and there's the shot! He's got plenty of space out wide here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And it's Kimmich. Can he get it through? Cross from Cafu. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. De Bruyne. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Costa Curta. And it's Beckham. It's Kimmich. Lofted in. Tries to get it clear. Rafael Leao. Aubameyang. Pedri. A heavy challenge. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Oh, well played, well played. It's a searching pass.
There will be 1 minute
Pass
at a
somewhat off
time.
target. Cafu. And here's De Bruyne. Cafu. And we hit half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Rafael Leao. Messi. De Bruyne. It's loose now and they want to get it back. That had too much on it. Saliba. Xavi Alonso. Kimmich. Cafu. And it's Beckham. Now Costa Curta. Now that looks a decent ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Roberto Carlos has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution on the field. Number
So the manager
23.
can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 22.
That is ended up in no man's land.
Number 20.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Coming on the field. Number 11. Guti.
Costa Curta.
Esteban. Number
Aubameyang
21.
is wide and looking to get onto this. Well into the second half and still there's nothing between them. That's the keeper's ball. Neymar. Mbappe. Xavi Alonso. Ambitious ball here. That's beautifully weighted. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Conte. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Into the channel. Rafael Leao in acres of space out wide. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's played in low. Tries to pass it through.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution on the field. Number
Time for a change in
17,
personnel.
Alessandro Bastoni. Number 10, Messi. Coming on the field, number 3, Van Dijk. Number 18.
Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Knocks it out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Good ball, good take. Chance for a shot! Oh, taken with style. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter.
Chance! It's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Conte did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Passes short and sharp. Achiampong gets over and intercepts. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
He is through here. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Cafu has got himself a free kick.
There will be 3
Cannavaro.
minutes added time.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Guti. And the number on the board is 3. And it's Bale. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Aims beyond the defence. And he's picked out the run. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And we're done. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got
a decent chance! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Rice had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, he does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's an imaginative pass. Mbappe! He shifted it to the flank. It's crossed it. There's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Shot at goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Now he gets big! Goal! First blood drawn. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Haaland demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Mbappe. Rice. Now the ball's gone astray. No, that's been intercepted. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Roberto Carlos. And here's Rafael Leao.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Roberto Carlos wins the duel this time. Saliba. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Achiampong. Nicely shaped ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Dundee are looking to go forward now. Roberto Carlos. What a throw in. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Van Bouten. Now Saliba. Achiampong, very much a player of the moment. Rijkaard. And it's Xabi Alonso. Now he's got space here. Now that's well seen too. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
It'll be a throw-in. Pinches it off him. Chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Swept in.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Played into space. Bale.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that has left him in a heap. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. There was plenty of power on that. Roberto Carlos. It's Xavi Alonso.
Dundee have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Looking for the run. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Roberto Carlos. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mbappe.
Added time.
Flings in across. Big header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. Cleared away. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we are back on the way.
Number 99.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Takes a shot! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
Well, that's how you penetrate the numbers, with very shrewd movement and passing precision, and all done at pace.
And it's hoisted clear. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Mbappe tries to play it through. That is a great pick-out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Dundee can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot...
He's got goal! They've scored! And this is getting better and better. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Rice unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Ambitious ball here. Nicely worked. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Rafael Leao. Nice sequence of passes. Can he finish? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. This their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neymar. Mbappe. And it's Van Bauten. Achiampong. Ball played for Rijkaard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That has been slung wide. Achiampong. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe! Now it's Mbappe. It is a corner.
Substitution on the field.
Dundee get their fourth corner.
Coming on the field is number 27, Serginho. Substitution.
Batistuta clears it away. He's having a go! Good strike, quite an alarm. Aubameyang. Roberto Carlos. No way through there. Liverpool perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Mbappe. And he's straight offside. Can he get on the end of this? Good read, needed to be. Oh, they could break here. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Achiampong. Mbappe. Hernandez. Xavi Alonso. Back into the middle, shapes to shoot! He's got a goal!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
And that is out of play. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Adams calmly anticipates. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And here's Dembele. Tries to pass it through. No way through, so back it comes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He's shifting through the gears here. And that should get the job done. Mbappe, probing pass. And he cuts out the supply. Can he get it through? Oh, it's Dembele. And that could set him on his way. He's free, he has got space. And this is Dembele. And that's that. Liverpool perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warrant. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is a...
Shot at goal! It's there!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, there was to be no other outcome.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So, a breakthrough already. And here's Mbappe. Rooney. And this is Raul. He is through here. That is great defending, so alert. Chelsea with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Isco with the short one. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he gets rid in a hurry. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Nice looking ball. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's Rooney. Caicedo. Oh, cracking ball. Isco! And yes, it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Looking tidy in possession here. Rooney. Bale touches it back. Mbappe.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He has a look up. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Bouten defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Rafael Leao. Nice interception, well timed. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Van Bouten. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nicely shaped ball. Saka can get it clear. Pedri. Rooney. Raul.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That is good alertness. Rooney is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. He's having a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Isco plays it short. Saka. Can he finish? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Liverpool are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Now it's Rafael Leao. Plays a shapes to shoot! They've scored! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Liverpool give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Isco. And it's Isco. Stood up well to him there. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Tries a deft little ball. Oh, that was vital. He won't be happy with that one. Tries a shot! It's in! And right on half-time, that is telling.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager.
And the first half is done. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia from today's match is now on sale in the stadium hall.
Substitution on the field.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Number 8, Francesco Totti.
Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Caicedo cuts it out.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Van Bouten did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rijkaard. That is ended up in no man's land. Totti played out to the left flank. That's good running with the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Totti. Looking for options for moves. Hits a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And it's Bale. Chelsea are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Van Dijk clears it away. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nice sequence of passes this. Saka goes on a charge down the left. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Here comes the cross. Liverpool still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. Pedri looking to add to his goal. Oh, played through for the wide man. Aubameyang! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Achiampong. Ball played for Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. Azar. Saka. And it's Makalele. Azar. Azar. He's found a way through. Azar with the delivery. Corner number 3 coming up. Totti goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Azar. Totti. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Totti going face-to-face with his great rival. Neymar. Nicely weighted. Mbappe! It's hit the upright. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. And no, that was never going to make it. Azar. Now it's Aubameyang. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Achiampong. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Not the most accurate pass.
There will be one
Makaleli.
minute added time.
He's had it taken off him. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Mbappe! So that's it. It is all over. Liverpool perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much.
Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Saliba can get it clear. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. And this is Forlan. Forlan! It's a loose ball. Quality ball. Well, that has not gone well. Guardiola. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Rijkaard. Neymar is fouled. Van Bouten. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a searching pass. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Van Bouten. Ambitious ball here. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Taken back almost at once. Conte. And it's Forlan. Guardiola. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. That ball looks a good one. And he shoots! It's in! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Rijkaard. Rafael Leao. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nicely shaped ball. Liverpool have got it back and they'll have another go. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Liverpool do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Belletti. And it's Conte. And it's Kukçu. He's having a go! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. Well read, and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Guardiola. Conte. And here's Forlan. It's Forlan! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Van Bouten. Rijkaard. Now he's got space here. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Searching pass he's played there. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And he's picked out the run. Well read, nice interception. And he's managed to get rid. Bale. Great vision. Look at the space here. Can he finish? Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Conte succumbs to the pressure. Kante really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That has been cut short. And that'll be the final action of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Please keep your eyes on your children
Liverpool
during
go
the
in at
match.
half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now there's one of the players of the week. Saliba. Now Van Bouten. Oh no, this does not look good. There's the delivery. Fallen! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! And the second half is off to a flyer. Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Nicely aimed pass. Rafael Leao. Now it's Neymar. Chance for a shot! He has done it! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Liverpool take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Fallen! It's in! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
This is having a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Xabi Alonso gathers from the goal kick. He's a sharp little ball here. Fallen. It's Fallen! He's got a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Diego
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And here's Bale. And that has been knocked clear. Looking tidy in possession here. And that's really well manoeuvred. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And this is Forlan. Forlan was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's a little off target. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Forlan. Oh, he's burst through. Shapes to shoot. It's in. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Hazard.
Colorado Springs surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, they could break here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, played through for the wide man. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Can he get on the end of this? That's really well cleared. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Bale. Liverpool looking to pass their way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto Carlos.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos. Defending of the desperate variety. Belletti gets it away, and that's been won straight back. 5 minutes to add. Saliba. Nice sequence of passes, this. Shot a goal! It's a goal! They have stolen level at the last!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the
Liverpool
field
can
is
make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Desperate defending required here. Haaland! Decent enough try. And time is up. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Rafael Leao! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Decent chance! Yamal looking to play him in. And now a sudden chance to counter. Beckham. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. A probing pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Neymar touches it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Decent progress down the left. So what can they make of this? Yamal, can he get onto this? Showing good feet. Dembele. And the shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly. Beckham, the regular corner taker. Tries a shot! And it's a goal! There is the breakthrough! Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass. And the counter is on.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ambitious ball here. Nicely worked. Oh, super ball. Pinches it off him. Liverpool have a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Probably be looking to play it square from here. Now it's Mbappe. He's on it, can he get away? Drilled in low. Vitinha, and the pass is intercepted. And here's Neymar. Can he finish? He scores! And it's Bale. Liverpool do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Achiampong. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Mbappe. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. Knocks it out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's gone for goal! Great effort, but no way through. And that's really well manoeuvred. Beckham. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Yamal. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. There's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Achiampong. Hernandez. And it's Xavi Alonso. Some really good ball movement. Good ball, good take. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Bale. It's Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? Rafael Leao with the cross. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe, and he shoots! It's a loose ball. Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bale with the short one. And he's gone backward here. Bale. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Oh, he's been caught napping! Chooses to go back. Shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Vitinha. Oh, a delicate chip through. Achiampong cuts it out. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Mbappe here, and he has been fouled there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Bale is standing over this one. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Bale! Gareth glittering Bale! A finish right from the top draw. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Bale. Yamal.
Lamine Yamal
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rodri. Out to the left it goes. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vitinha. Now it's Bale. Now it's Bale. Shin to shin, bicep. Oh, what a mistake! Just eases him off the ball. Thuram. Rijkaard. Played into space. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. And it's Xavi Alonso. Hernandez. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the finish!
Substitution on the field.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Mbappe. Number 11. Raphael. Number 21. Neymar. Coming on the field. Number 97. Aubameyang. Number 8. Dembele.
He rises! Harmlessly behind.
Substitution in progress.
Passing is crisp and sharp. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Rijkaard. Rodri. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, it's Dembele. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bale. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And there's the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Dembele fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Xavi Alonso. And Hernandez. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage.
Chance! And it's in! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Liverpool go into the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And yes, it's him again. 2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Great vision. He's had a shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Nice looking ball. Oh, that's clever. Courtois claims comfortably. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Liverpool have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort...
you.